RPG A Day 2015, Day 16, brings us to the question, what was your longest single session? And I have a very long story about this, which will not be a part of this video. You can find it on my written blog. But the longest single session, was for Call of Cthulhu. And I had recently picked up Mass of Nyarlathotep. This was the release for 4th edition. So it was all nicely under one cover. I didn't realize at the time that there were pieces of the campaign from before which had been dropped. I wouldn't find them till after this attempt. We may not have gotten to them anyway, but getting the complete Mass of Nyarlathotep later only added more anticipation to the idea of running that campaign again. And if you haven't played Call of Cthulhu, if you do get a stable group together to play it, that campaign is famous for a reason. It's definitely worth taking seriously, getting together with some good players who know not only how to scare themselves, but also to have a good time, who understand pulp and who understand horror in equal measure, and just running with what that campaign can deliver. Yes, longest session ever then. We were in college. We had a 3-day weekend coming up. We had everyone come over to the house, and we were just going to play. And I didn't really have a plan to go for a long time. We did plan to play, all day. And, after nightfall, we planned to have a barbecue because it was supposed to be a massive snowstorm, and I thought it would be kind of amusing to barbecue in the snow. And that part of the plan was true. I did end up barbecuing in the snow, although far, far later than I expected. How long was the game session? It was 18 hours long. Now, for guys like Tim Harper, I know he games longer when he goes to conventions, but this is the longest single session I can remember sitting down and just playing. I mean, no character creation, no discussion of whatever. It was just part of our normal session. It was just the next time for playing. So, everyone gathered together on the sofa, and I sat down in front of the fireplace, and we started to play. And 18 hours later, we stopped. We had a 1 hour break for the barbecue and the snow thing. Um, and, just massive, straight through gaming. 18 hours. We followed up the next day with another 18-hour session. And the day after that with another really long session, 6 or 7 hours. And, yeah, that was my longest marathon of gaming by far. And, these days where I only get to play 3 hours, it's hard to even imagine going that long. But that was more than 20 years ago. Now it's getting closer to 30, I guess. And huh, we still talk about finishing that campaign. I mean, it wasn't 18 hours of slog or anything. It was 18 hours that we still talk about. We still would love to replicate again decades later. It's one of my fondest RPG memories. And it was nice to see this question come up. What's the longest session that you played? But the 3 days of long sessions went by in an eye blink. And although I remember the events and I remember the characters and I remember people's characterizations of those characters and I remember the pain as characters began to crack and began to fall and the shifting groups. We had a lot of players and we were bringing players in, recruiting them in the new cities that we went to, and we were losing players as the hours went on. But yeah, good times. How long was yours?